Disney has canceled a plan to build a nearly $900 million corporate campus in Florida. It's also shutting down a costly new hotel nearby amid a high-profile dispute with the governor.
The days of putting one company on a pedestal with no accountability are over in the state of Florida.
Jacob Passy has been covering this story for The Journal and explains why Disney is reversing course on two of its major investments.
Disney was planning to create an office campus in Lake Nona, Florida, located in Orlando, roughly 20 miles from the Walt Disney World Resort. The campus was going to house roughly 2,000 employees, most of whom were being relocated from Southern California. And the campus was going to be about 2 million square feet, so multiple buildings, and it was a really huge development, both for Disney and for Florida. Additionally, Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser is going to be shutting down at the end of September. Dubbed by fans the Star Wars Hotel, this was a multi-day, multi-night experience where you got to live out your own Star Wars adventure. It was first announced back in 2017 and opened just last March and cost around $350 million to build, according to sources the Journal spoke to. The Galactic Star Cruiser experience came up against multiple headwinds. For starters, it was very expensive to operate. Unlike a normal hotel, it had way more employees, folks in costumes and characters roaming at all times. It was only about 100 rooms though, so Disney had tight margins on this project. Disney cited changing economic and business conditions as their reasoning behind shutting down these two projects. More recently, Disney has announced that they're going to be cutting around 7,000 jobs across the company and shedding around $5.5 billion in expenses. Disney is also in the midst of a war of words and a legal battle with Governor Ron DeSantis of Florida. This conflict started last year when Disney spoke out against the so-called Don't Say Gay bill that Governor Ron DeSantis championed.
My job is not to kowtow to some woke corporation in Burbank, California. My job is to stand up for the children of my state.
Since then, he has championed a number of legislative moves aimed at the Reedy Creek development, which used to control the land where Walt Disney World Resort is located. He shifted that and put in his own political appointees into a new board that oversees that development.
The corporate kingdom finally came to an end.
In response to the changes of the Reedy Creek district, Disney has filed a federal lawsuit claiming that DeSantis and other Florida lawmakers are retaliating against the company for exercising its First Amendment rights.
I don't think the suit has merit. I think it's political.
These projects were going to bring some high-paying jobs to Central Florida. Employees there were going to be earning, on average, $120,000 a year. So you can imagine the impact to local tax revenues and local businesses that were going to benefit from those workers being relocated to Florida. Disney CEO Robert Iger had previously committed to investing $17 billion in Florida over the next decade, bringing thousands of jobs to the state. But right now, given these changes, it remains to be seen whether that actually happens.